Hello everybody, what's up? And welcome back to the Brad Zone. Welcome back to Bradzonia. Who knows when this episode's gonna get released? I'm behind on my uploads. I've been recording like a fiend, but they've been such long episodes, such long and boring episodes, that I haven't been editing them like I should. Hello, graphics. Good morning. Hi, Ben 10. Good morning. And I say good morning when it is 4:36 p.m. when I'm recording this, so. And it's literally nighttime in the game, so that just didn't make sense on any level. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing fucking great. Hermitcraft Season 8 just ended. So that was fucking crazy. You know, I've sort of, as you know, in the past couple of weeks, I've changed stances on certain types of roleplay. Oh yeah, we could make another portal today. It's the 22nd of December, so either tomorrow or the next day I'm going to my parents' house for Christmas. Well, I did my best, and that's really all God can ask for me. We need wood. I don't know what wood, because we're gonna make like a little walkway here, okay? Alright? I think we're gonna make a walkway maybe wrapping around this edge. Kind of over the tide pools here. Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Just put you there. Create more lag. A weird thing's been happening to my videos, and I don't know if it's happened the last couple of episodes, but definitely in episodes 15 and 16, I've been noticing that every so often, about 9 minutes in, I start to get this weird pixelation on my recording that I didn't notice while I was recording. And I don't know, I skimmed a couple of my episodes after that, and I can't tell if it had the same problem or not. So I bumped up a setting, the recording quality, I bumped it up to indistinguishable rather than high quality. So I'm really hoping that just fixes it. The problem with OBS issues is that, like, if you get like an issue, then it's like, okay, let me figure out how to solve this. And then you just get a bunch of like links to tech forums, which is just some of the least like accessible communities that I've ever seen. Not because they're like mean or anything, but I just don't know what the fuck they're talking about, like, at all. So yeah, all of our composting, we've got 3. It didn't even do anything! Okay. L? L much? L. Ron Hubbard? Yeah, at least give us one more. Daddy-o. Oh, fuck yourself, man. Okay. I guess we're just gonna manually wait for them to finish up manually. Okay, boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How do we keep having this? Okay, one of you has to die. I wish I could have gotten your meat first. Excellent. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then 8 divided by 2 is 4, so we're gonna still have an even number after this. Wait. There... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And so it remains even. Flawlessly. We did it without incident. So, yeah, I'm gonna grow some spruce, see whether we want dark oak or spruce. Probably spruce, just to keep up with the theme. Do we want to maybe finally replace those with real dirt? I have just realized that, that has been like that for over 20 episodes at this point. What episode are we on? We're on episode 21. Okay, yeah. That thing I said was accurate. Good. 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 What the fuck did I just said? I forgot my meat. I forgot my meat. Please. Ooh! It did it. So, I'm kind of all over the place today, if you haven't noticed. This is a kind of an impulsive thing that I've done. Man, I need to start... Rather, I need to stop making stone hose. They're just not worth it. Stone hoses for farming. The saplings hate me today. So, yeah, we're gonna make our nether portal area today, hopefully. I think I started saying earlier that I've sort of had a turnaround when it comes to certain kinds of roleplay. I'm still very much into the scripted stuff. No, not what I was going to say. The unscripted stuff, because I think it's really fun to fill in the blanks a little bit. I think that's neat. You know, regarding character motivations and stuff. I think it's really fun to connect the dots like that. Like, why would they do this and this that seem to contradict, but actually makes sense in context? I love the shit like that. And it's the only time that I find it, that kind of theory crafting, not repugnant, because it's, you know, making a fun thing more fun. I think this might be a thunderstorm. It's making a fun thing more interesting and in-depth for the community without giving a corporation or a team of writers more credit than they deserve, you know? If it's just, like, improv roleplay, then, you know, it's like, I don't think that they meant for this, but wouldn't it be cool if, you know? So, I really like that aspect of it. However, I am gaining a better appreciation for scripted roleplay stuff, or, you know, semi-scripted. Not just because I've been watching Dream SMP lately, but also because the Hermitcraft Season 8 finale, it's the shortest Hermitcraft season as far as I know. There might have been an early one that was, like, really short, but I think this is the shortest one ever. It was only, like, a couple of months, I feel. But it's, like, the reason it's so short is, I think, because they realized that their original plan of having a 117 continent surrounded by 118 terrain was kind of flawed in that when you find shiny new things, you want to be near it, and you don't want to have to journey out very far to find that terrain. So I get that. So they decided to just like start a new season, which is good. I'm glad that they decided to do that because honestly, I would rather have a really good short season than like a mediocre long season that everyone just kind of got tired of. And I hope that they do this kind of like scripted season ending thing more often, because I really, really enjoyed, and finally I can go to sleep, I really enjoyed the whole setup and build up of, if you don't know, this is like barely spoilers, but the primary thing about the end of the season was that the moon was getting bigger. And so at first they were like, you know, deciding like, is it growing? Is it getting closer? Are we getting smaller? And, you know, when they figured it out that it was getting closer, then, you know, at that point, I can never get it anymore. I've lost my touch. I've lost my touch. Also, sorry for my phone going off. I always forget to mute it. So once they figured out that the world was ending, then they're like, oh shit. And it's really fun to see different personalities reacting to a scenario like that in very different and creative ways. Like, you know, a lot of them created like escape rockets and shit. Not all towards the same destination, even. Some of them had like, you know, satellite bases like Corrales did. I haven't watched his finale episode yet, so I don't know how that worked out when the fucking moon crashed into the planet. Some of them, complete denialism. Some of them, of course, didn't really participate because they were absent from the season at that time, like Stress Monster and Iskal and stuff. But some people are kind of in between, where it's like, Etho, he released a season 8 episode pretty recently where he was like, I'll just let them handle it. And, well, once again, spoilers, they didn't really handle it. So, L. That'll show Etho to have faith in his friends. But, you know, Zombie Cleo, she escaped to the end. I think she was the only one who did that, which was very poignant, that she was just left alone completely. I keep prefacing this saying spoilers, but like, I'm recording this the day of season 8 ending. It'll have been a while before I upload this, so, you know, still spoilers because I know not all of you watch Hermitcraft stuff, but also, like, I'm less upset if you get spoiled than I would be if it was, like, right now. I think it's still a really fun ride without the surprise. I think that's a hallmark of most good stories. This is the thing that I hate Marvel the most for. People are obsessed about spoilers now. Marvel didn't start the fire, but they definitely fanned the flames, where people interact with media in a completely deranged and unhealthy way now. Where if you don't talk about or interact with media in the exact way they want you to, they get personally offended and they hate you and you're a monster. And I just think that's childish, that's baby shit, that's immature. So yeah, spoiler warning, but also not that much of a spoiler warning, because who fucking cares about spoilers in this day and age? Like, I'm an adult, you're an adult. You can just pause the video if I start to say something that you think is too far. That said, Cleo went to the end. Izuma went to the Nether, which is fun because he's got like the Doom Guy skin. B-Dubs stayed behind. He was like, the whole island's mine now. And then the fucking moon crashed. So, first ever Hermitcraft canon death has been achieved. You know, not officially, but I think if we're thinking in Dream SMP terms, that would have been the moment that... Oh, I gambled on that, and I won. But that would have been the moment that B-Dubs lost his final... Not final, but one of his canon lives was staying behind when the fucking moon was falling because he didn't believe it was that big a deal. Moon denialism. It kills. I like this song. This is a Kumi Tanioka joint, but I just don't remember what it's called name-wise. So yeah, that's my Hermitcraft spiel out of the way. Of course, that kind of video, I've only watched a couple so far. I've watched Azuma's, I've watched Cleo's, I've watched Scar's. I'm like halfway through Duck M77's. Duck and Ren have done such a phenomenal job with their like semi-ARG storyline this season. Huge fan of that. All of the Puka's animations for Azuma's episodes are top-notch. Element Animation did like a scene for the finale, so that's fun. It was like a whole event. Everyone uploaded at the same time today. L to all of the hermits that weren't online, but you know, I had a great time. But that said, all of that storytelling got me in the mood to create some lore of our own. So, while our goal is to make the nether room today, depending on my mood, I might shift it and we might make an exhibit instead. I did forget that that was the reason I logged on. I just saw the obsidian in my inventory and I was like, oh yeah, I was planning to do that. And I just... You guys know how I am. What do we do about this lava? It's kind of ugly, the way that it makes contact. I think maybe we make a pit for it to go down. Like we could still have it spread out and everything, but then we just have like a pit for it to go down. We're gonna have to fix these stairs and that bridge eventually. But... man, I should start writing things down. It's 7 arrows. All right. I want unbreaking. So I need... do I have pickaxes upstairs? Let me get my shit together and I'll be back when we've got my shit together. Okay, see ya. Alright, so I've done some harvesting and god damn it, this just grew. So now I've got wheat to put downstairs again. Somehow all of my reeds have grown. I've decided we're not gonna put our beets down there. We're gonna put our beets up here in the pumpkin chest. I expanded that a little. Now there's 2 of them. Because the only reason I would keep the beets would be to trade for the villagers, because beets suck ass food-wise. So yeah. They're with the pumpkins and the cactus in the if we need them, we'll come get them kind of category. Alright, let me check on my tools upstairs really quick. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you on the farm situation. Alright, we are set. We're golden. Also, we got a bit more spruce than I thought we did. Too many sticks. A lot of sticks. Okay, anyway. I just wanted to check that. Get that. And we still have a bunch of shit that we are just carrying around for no reason. I just wanted to check that, so we're gonna finish that up. I have an idea for the window. And that idea is, what if circle? Oh. Oh. I can't tell if I like it better. I've come around, actually. I think I like it. At first, I thought that these were too sharp. It's just kind of octagonal. But nah. I like it, especially if... I've also had an idea for this section. We're going to take all this down, by the way. That was just us experimenting. So the problem here is that the ceiling's so low. So why don't we just dig it downwards? I mean, we had no problem doing that with the rest of this. Well, we had no qualms about doing it for the rest of this. We had a bit of trouble. It was a lot of fiddling involved, but you know what I mean. So yeah, we should do that. Okay, I've started taking this down, and now I'm thinking like, wait, why? Why am I taking this down? Another thing I've thought about, do we really want the ceiling to be light and the floor dark, or do we want to swap that? Because I once saw, actually, in an Etho Minecraft video on Hermitcraft Season 8, where he mentioned that the brighter colors draw your eye, so you kind of want them to be located where you want the player to look in an interior, which is usually not the ceiling. It's usually on the floor where all the items are. And that thought popped into my head the other day. So, I don't know, maybe we do take all this down. You know who else has been an inspiration to me, if you don't mind me chatting while I do this? Now, this isn't really someone that I would realistically claim that I currently resemble, nor do I think I want to exactly resemble, because there's a lot of work put into it. Oh, this axe is almost done for. But Zisteau, Z-I-S-T-E-A-U, Zisteau. He was the first well-known pigman in Minecraft before Technoblade. I'm sure Technoblade was playing and uploading videos then, but I don't know, he didn't really blow up until recent years, as far as I can tell. You know, unless I'm completely wrong, in which case editing Brad will scold me, because I'm talking out my ass again. But Zisteau, he was a super hostile player. Nowadays he does a lot of Factorio and sort of technical games. Sometimes he does survival games like The Long Dark, but I don't know, I haven't seen him do that in a long time. He streams pretty exclusively now. He doesn't really upload videos anymore, which is sad. I really like his videos, but if I explain more, I think you'll understand why he probably stopped uploading videos. This man was a monster. Not morally, but in terms of ability. He was an editing and like story crafting beast. He did a bunch of mega builds in scenarios where a mega build was not appropriate or feasible. He was one of the Mindcrack guys, which was basically proto-Hermitcraft. It was like the first, not first, probably, but like one of the big well-known servers of a bygone era. A lot of Hermitcraft members actually came from there, including Etho. But Zisteau, God, I miss him. He had a Let's Play series of Minecraft, and this was very late into his career. Like, literally right before he stopped uploading, he started this series, and he never finished it. God bless his soul. It was Zisteau Plays Minecraft, of course. And what makes it such a shame is that he crafted one of the most avant-garde, puzzling, insane, impressive, fascinating Minecraft Let's Plays that I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. I still think about it to this day, and this was like, you know, years ago. But he was doing this thing where he started off in like a very early version of Minecraft, alpha or in dev or something like that. And he slowly updated the game as he went. Like after like a build or two, he would update the game, and as he updated the game, he would be adding all the features that are added gradually to a museum. Now hold your horses. I might have gotten the museum idea from him. But here's the thing, I genuinely don't know. I don't know if this was a subconscious thing, because I watched this years and years ago, and I've only started doing museums in my Let's Play, not Let's Plays, but like my Minecraft worlds for, I don't know, the past couple iterations. So, who knows? Who knows if it, you know, truly came from him, or if it was just an original idea that just happens to resemble one of my idols. Because, I don't know. That's just a thing that I haven't actively thought about in a while. But somewhere along the way, he started doing a lot of fourth wall breaking, surreal, highly edited, highly like technically baffling. Like there had to have been some mods in play. Like truly fascinating shit. And I can't even explain it. I just have to request that you go watch the Let's Play series, or at least one of the recent episodes. Just skim through it and see how fucking crazy it is. Because it really is impressive. It's one of the marvels of the Minecraft community, and it's a damn shame that not many people know about it, which is probably why he has had to stop making it, because he just couldn't put that much time and effort into it. Originally, he was just taking a break because he was burnt out on Minecraft, but then as it turns out, he never really returned to Minecraft, so, you know, I really hope he's doing well. I don't want to be one of those guys like, Zisteau, come back to Minecraft, because clearly he wasn't having fun with it anymore. But, you know, that's what I subbed to him for. That's what I still follow him for. And, you know, that's my fault. That's on me. If a man doesn't upload something that I want, then it's not my right to complain if I still follow him. Because that's his decision and not mine as a viewer. I respect the hell out of Zisteau. I respect the hell out of him. He is, yeah, in terms of like content creation, especially within Minecraft, he is one of the most creative and over-the-top dedicated Minecrafters I've ever seen. Ever. Including Hermitcraft. Of course, the metric is very different today. But the tools with which he did these marvels were always so limited that they're more impressive than what, you know, an Elytra having super grinder with a bunch of farms could ever achieve. He made giant builds within super hostile maps. Just to make the map his bitch. I just can't sing his praises enough. And I almost feel like I would love to do something like that one day. If I were to ever have the means to. Because y'all know editing is not my strength. In fact, it is my weakness. I've literally admitted to an OBS problem that I've just sort of decided that we're going to live with from now on. If the fix that I tried doesn't work, that's just sort of how things are going to be now. Oh my god, we got Venused. Guys, it's my son fucking... God damn. Oh my god, we got Venused. We're getting Venused. Okay. I don't think we need all these torches. So, yeah, I would love to... I've always wanted to do some world-buildy, story-based lore kind of things in pretty much everything I've ever done in my life. I used to be a big writer. I used to be a big drawer, artist, I guess. I call myself an artist. Like, in general, I used to be a very creative dude. I don't really do a lot of stuff like that nowadays. Not to garner sympathy or anything, but that's just a fact. Ever since I got out of school, I stopped doing that because, you know, if you're at home all the time, I don't have a job. I don't know if you can tell by the fact that I upload Minecraft videos. I don't have a job. And so when you're home all the time, it's kind of hard to but it's kind of hard to force yourself to be inspired because you're at home. You're not in a place where you have nothing better to do than be inspired. And so I've been wanting to do stuff like that again, and I think this channel might be a good outlet for that if I can figure out a way to do it that isn't completely soul-crushing, that turns me away from it, you know? If I have to completely learn a whole editing program and spend hours and hours editing videos, like, you know, Rendog. Rendog's amazing at what he does, but it takes a lot of work. Same with Zisteau. Took so much work, he had to go. He had to leave. Penis rock, penis rock, penis rock. And so we've never been over here before. I just wanted to kind of see. And so if I can find a way to not destroy my soul as I create, then I would love to create again. Low effort, chill Minecraft videos are great, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be a whole storyline or anything. It doesn't have to be an epic series. I think those are best multiplayer, which I would love to have a story-based multiplayer series someday. But in general, I don't know. There are things we could do. There are ways that we can world build and add neat touches to this Minecraft series and others. I would love to do that kind of thing. So that said, I still don't know what we're going to do today. I've just been talking for a long time. How long? In fact, 30 minutes. Ah, well, okay. I'm gonna take a break, and then when I come back, we're gonna see exactly what kind of mood I'm in. So see you then. Alright, so I've gotten some chips. I know, healthy, calorically dense, very good choice, Brad. But I've just kind of given up today on that respect, in that respect, because I've realized that, oh fuck, we are leaving tomorrow. Not tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow. So, shit. I have to get this done. By done, I mean I don't want to work on a project. I want to have a chill episode where maybe we get a little insight. We investigate some things. Okay? So, yeah, let's do some investigating. Finished my chips. We're Gucci. We Gucci? We Gucci. So, yeah. The Seaside ruins. We've been hopping all around for the entire series. What are you two looking at? Anyway. Now I've decided that this is going to be where, we start. Hold on. And as y'all know, our farms aren't going to be here forever. This is just the flattest open area that we have access to, easy access to right now. So that's why we've decided to put all of our loud-ass animals here. And in fact, we're gonna maybe turn them down a bit. I want to look around at this landscape and the structure that we find here. I want to figure out anything. I want to figure out anything about this place. And I want to record it in this book. Okay? And I suppose we can maybe have a separate book for each location, just so it's not annoying and cumbersome to flip through every time. I mean, we could just flip through it every time, but, you know, just for my sanity, I would cut it out if the flipping got too long, but I still gotta flip. You know what I mean? So let's look at this. A lot of sand. Why is there sand? One would assume that it's the sandstone deteriorated. So this used to be a structure, but it's caved in on itself due to either erosion or some sort of forceful disintegration of the building materials. Which I don't know what could have, I don't know what would have done that, both in Minecraft mechanics and in just like, it doesn't have to be a mechanic in Minecraft for us to include it in our theory, okay? Because, like, this was a structure that was generated in a code. Fucking obviously. If you're gonna be lame about it, then don't show up. This is cool kids party. We're doing archaeology. I wanna make sure that we have some supplies for books later on. Thank you. I gotta get all this, don't we? Okay, finally. So, yeah. So that's interesting. Okay, so I've done some writing on the sand. This is the notes on the Seaside ruins. Entry 1. Around the base of where the structure once stood, only a large pile of sand remains. The few sandstone blocks left standing indicate that the sand may have once been part of the structure before some unknown force, natural erosion, or perhaps intentional destruction, caused the sandstone to disintegrate and collapse in on itself. So next, this bothers me. This really bothers me that it's floating, because, like, I'm trying to, like, immerse myself, you know? Next, what's interesting is the granite, which indicates to me that this was a primarily sandstone structure, but granite, polished granite, in fact, so they had some sort of stone cutting technology, was used as either accent pieces to the building or perhaps a roof. It's unclear. Alright, so adding to our original entry, the 2 polished granite blocks indicate several things to me. Firstly, in conjunction with the cut sandstone mentioned previously, these blocks reveal that the structure was built by a civilization with access to stone cutting technology. Secondly, maybe I paragraph split that? I don't know. Secondly, the addition of a second material suggests that this building was either built with granite as an aesthetic accent, or that granite was included in order to reinforce the structural integrity of the building. The first theory indicates a more artistic culture, whereas the second points more towards a practical society, possibly one preparing for war. In fact, both of these may be true at once, or perhaps neither. Oh, I forgot to add something. In addition to these hypotheses, the location of the granite seems to be consistently on top of the sandstone. I fucked that up a little. No, consistently B is better for whatever. Perhaps this material made up the roof of the structure. After a little bit of writing, I am wondering whether we just want really quick notes in the book, or if we actually want to continue with the prose that we've been writing. I don't know. So, that said, so the sand is 1 layer deep, except for here. This is where the chest once stood. Okay, so entry number 2 is a bit more interesting. I had to go back and look at a previous episode to figure out what was in this chest, but I got something for you guys. So entry 2. Within the sand surrounding the ruins, an ancient chest was buried, and later uncovered by me. On 002 LP. I said EP last time, but that doesn't really stand for anything. That's just a shortened form of episode. So I think I'm going to go LP for Let's Play. And then for anything that I assume happened before the Let's Play, I don't know how I'm going to get dates on that exactly, but I'm thinking we mark that as BB before Brad. So within the chest was as follows: 6 chunks of coal, which were unfortunately burned, 2 bushels of wheat, a single piece of rotten flesh, and an enchanted fishing rod. The presence of coal and wheat suggests a society that had developed both agricultural and industrial practices, such as farming and mining. The fishing rod stands as a testament to an advanced and widespread arcane prowess, as even a simple working man's tool such as this rod was imbued with the ability to mend itself. Finally, on a darker note, the remains. It's unclear how this piece of flesh ended up in the chest where it was preserved up until now, but one thing is certain. People died in this place. Do you think up until now is better? I don't know. So yeah. We put that back. The chest, too, is lost to time. I could probably just watch the episode a little bit further ahead and see where I placed it down. It might even be this one. Hell, I don't know. But yeah. So next up, after we have investigated the ruins themselves, we're going to investigate the surrounding landscape, the place which we live. So yeah. Obviously, we're on a coast, right? This is a small place, so given where it was situated, I assume that this was some sort of fishing building or perhaps an outpost, maybe even a lighthouse, but I don't know. There just doesn't seem to be enough material here left over to fairly indicate that. I don't know if this was an outpost to maintain a border or just to keep a lookout for a local community or what, but doesn't seem to have ended too well for itself. So there seems to have been some sort of aggressive force that was patrolling these seas. Either that or it just collapsed in on itself for some reason, and the person inside was crushed to death, and I guess like their arm fell into the chest or something. Oh, you know it's grim. Maybe that piece of flesh was intentionally left as a warning for any people who knew those stationed at this post after it was attacked. Maybe they put the remains in the chest, or at least some of the remains, just to tell them, just to indicate what happened as like a sort of implicit threat. Like, you know how people used to like hang from the ramparts, you know, like people's heads on a spike kind of display? Maybe it was that. Yeah. Are we thinking pirates? Are we thinking pirates? Anyway, some other indications of battle I've seen are these little potholes, actually. Obviously, we know where that hole came from. That was a creeper. But if you really look around, there are these like small craters in the ground. There's only 2 of them, really, which indicates some sort of, I don't know. This might have been an Enderman. I can't tell. Hold on, actually. Wow. I looked a little bit ahead in the video, and this was actually an Enderman. So we don't want that here, because that's not accurate to how we found it. It is still part of its history. Let me know if I should keep the Enderman block or not, but I don't like it. Although I can learn to live with it if it's in the name of scientific integrity. So let me know if that's a part of history that should be kept or that we should sweep under the rug. Same with this. Should we keep this shape? Should we replace these with dirt? Or should we keep them as planks to indicate that they used to be dirt, but now this is the formation that happened at post-creeper? Let me know. Fair warning, I might not listen to you if I record an episode before I get to upload this one and see feedback. Poop hole. So, yeah. I wonder what else can we glean from this environment. This was a pretty... it's a pretty good spot for like a lookout station, I will say. This is a pretty... not much risk from the land. There's like this bottleneck point. I'll say big L, not accounting for the Seaside attacks, however, if we're going with that theory. Question, do we think the ocean level, do we think the sea level was the same today as it was back then? Rather, was the same back then as it is today? We should do some scouting once the sun goes down and we can sleep. We should do some investigating to see if we can find any nearby ruins, besides, you know, obviously the ones that we just investigated, because if we can find more sunken ruins, that would indicate a lot about the former water elevation of this region. There we go. What's that dolphin doing? It's just frozen. Yeah, so I don't know, there are some caves down here which are interesting. And don't worry, I won't forget to breathe and drown. There's another cave. Not seeing many structures, or any, really, which is good and bad. It means we can somewhat reasonably assume that the water elevation was roughly the same before we showed up. At the time of this structure's prime, we can assume that possibly relatively the same as it once was. Was that a full sentence? I'm unsure. Yeah, I'm not finding any huts and ruins down there. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, so entry number 3, which is possibly our last one for this region. The landscape surrounding the ruins reveals little, but with these few details I can piece together some ideas about this archaeological site. To start, the land it rests on seems to be decently defensible, at least in some ways. Access to this area is restricted to a single land bridge and surrounded by water and mountains on all other sides. However, this does leave the position vulnerable to maritime attacks. There are no other structures submerged under the water nearby that could indicate a lower sea level in the past. Thus, with no other clues to inform on this, I must assume for now that the shores of then were at the very least similar to how they appear now. Similar sea level tentatively supports my earlier statements regarding the defensibility of the area. In addition to one large crater made by a creeper in 003 LP, I have noticed several smaller one-block divots in the grounds adjacent to the ruins. Given this information, I postulate a theoretical history. These ruins were once a fishing outpost that was one day attacked by a hostile force, originating from somewhere across the sea. A battle was fought, perhaps with some kind of explosive agent, such as TNT, scarring the land and causing the outpost to collapse. Those stationed here, or unlucky enough to be here by chance, were killed in either the building collapse or the battle that caused it. The remains were intentionally preserved in the chest as a warning from the assailants, a grim calling card to indicate what they had done here. It is also possible that the building did not collapse until after the residents were killed, as the chest was found buried under debris. An alternative theory could be that these mysterious attackers destroyed the place post-combat as a victorious display of dominance. Of course, it's impossible to know the exact events with so little information, but it certainly paints an interesting picture. Let me know if you guys have noticed anything that I did not. Just to make sure, I think I might actually get a door and explore some of these submerged caverns. I don't know why my voice did that. Just get, yeah, some doors here and see if there's anything, just in case we want to place it back. See if there's anything interesting beneath the ruins as well. Because I know that sometimes the generations we're in it doesn't exactly generate where it's supposed to. So I was going to do that off screen. Maybe you could join me. Maybe you could join me. So first off is this hidden cave. Very dark in here. There's something over there. Where are we right now? Oh, that was this little spirally cavern that led to the tide pool area. Very interesting, very interesting. We move, we go down because there was a little bit of a hole down here that we will hide out in for a second, and I could be getting these resources, but I'm not gonna quite yet. So let's go this way first. I'm like, what am I sliding around down here? What's down here? I'm not confident. Uh-oh. Okay. Whew. I'm not confident that there's anything down here to discover. And our oxygen supply is very limited right now with no respiration and no potions at all. Oh my god, it's a whole ass ravine. Uh-oh. We're somewhere we shouldn't be. Interesting, interesting. And where are we now? Right there. Okay. Okay. This is a very convoluted area. Ah, thought I could make it. I really don't see anything. Really don't. Here's the ravine. We have to refill our lungs. And this, of course, is the ravine that's right outside of our house. We've seen that a couple of times. Or have we? There's another ravine around here somewhere that I think we see sometimes when we swim past. Why am I swimming so slow? Is it just me? Like, am I making that up? Does it feel like I'm swimming slow? I don't know how much underwater exploration I've done that I could compare it to, but I don't know. Alright, so that was a bit of a bust. There is more left to explore down there, but it's kind of past our jurisdiction for now. So I think that will have to be it. Added a little bit of something to the conclusion of entry 3. Perhaps the underwater caverns beneath this place will someday provide further context. But until I require the correct supplies with which to explore these depths, I digress. Oh, we got some good ink. We got some good ink sac. Love to see it. Hi, graphics. Hi, Ben 10. I love you. And with that, yeah, I think with that, we're probably done with this episode, actually. So, I don't know. Put some of these left. Put some of these back into the storage. And, do we want a new chest to put all this in? Do we rename this? Just so we can keep track of it. I don't want to fully sign or seal this book. But I do want to keep track of what it is. So we've renamed that Seaside Ruins. And while unfortunately we didn't do any nether stuff today, I think this was fun. Let's go out here, sit by the campfire. Alright guys, we're all cozy next to the fire here. Thank you so much for... oh, the smoke. I'm just messing with you. My respiratory system is in real life, not Minecraft. I can't smell this. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did, and I will see you next time. Bye.